Welcome to the 5B.2 note set on spelling change ER verbs. You learned earlier how to conjugate ER verbs, and that's not what this is about. The ER verb endings are still the same. However, some ER verbs have spelling changes that happen in the stem, which is what happens after the ER is dropped. Most of the infinitives whose next to last syllable contains an E change to an E with an accent grave in all of the forms except for nu and vu. There's a category of verbs that's conjugated like acheter that has no accent in the infinitive, but you can see the red accent aigu over the E in the conjugated forms. This is a shoe verb, meaning that all of the singular forms plus the il plural form, they all are affected by this spell change. There is no accent, as you can see, in the nu or the vu form. Some samples below. There is a category of verbs like espérer that does have an accent aigu in the infinitive form, but when you conjugate it, it changes to an accent grave. So espère in the je form, you now have the E with the accent grave. This is again an example of a shoe verb, which the singular and the il plural forms are affected by. The nu and the vu form do have accent marks, but it's the same accent aigu that comes from the infinitive up here. And then some samples below. There's a category of verbs that end in yer that have a spell change where the y becomes an I in the conjugated form. Again, a shoe verb because it's the singular side as well as il plural. The y will stay in the nu and the vu forms. This slide shows those three categories of verbs. Like espérer, referring to slide 2, this is a list of verbs that has the same spell change. Like acheter on the first slide, these are two more verbs that will obtain an accent grave when you conjugate. And like slide 3 with the envoyer, these are four other verbs that have the spell change to I. These are two samples that were in the Roman photo. Sandrine is saying, I prefer summer. Je préfère, there's an accent aigu on the first E and an accent grave on the second E. In the second picture, it's essayer in the unconjugated form, which is a yer verb, but since it's the to form, the y has changed to I. So just to reinforce, the nu and vu forms of all of the verbs in this section have no spelling changes. You simply change the er to ez or ons, and you continue. These are the practice activities that were at the end of the note set when it was given. If you have questions about any of the answers, or if you want to redo them for practice, I would be glad to take a look at them for you. This is the end of the note set.